January UC0079, the furthest cluster of colonies from Earth, Side 3, has proclaimed itself the Principality of Zeon and has launched a war of independence against the Earth Federation. They resolve to drop a colony over Jaburo, the headquarters of the Earth Federation forces. But their plan is foiled by the military response of the 4th Fleet, led by Admiral TNM. However, a fragment of the colony continues its plunge towards the planet. The resulting impact spreads devastation far and wide. A bright light emits from the destruction, its image burning deep into the eyes of Yu Kojima, who had been heading to provide assistance from Luna 2. The Principality of Zeon wastes no time repeating the historic scale catastrophe. The 4th Fleet suffered devastating losses in the previous battle. To reinforce them, the Federation forces dispatched the 1st Alliance Fleet, led by General Revel. Yu becomes a combat unit commander in affiliation with the Salamis-class space cruiser, the Santa Fe. The Principality of Zeon abandons their hurried attempt to drop the colony in light of the approaching 1st Alliance Fleet, and all-out war ensues. However, the fighters of the Earth Federation forces are no match for Zeon's powerful new weapon, the mobile suit. Yu fails to fulfill his duty to defend the combating fleets. He can do nothing but watch as his mother ship, the Santa Fe, falls along with many other Allied vessels. Determined to bounce back from this failure, Yu requests a division transfer, expressing his desire to begin training as a mobile suit pilot. He seeks the power of mobile suits. With it, he can prevent that tragic event from reoccurring before his eyes. Then, in the middle of November, UC0079. The Earth Federation forces begin a large-scale counteroffensive. After gaining a victory at one of the main bases of the Principality of Zeon, the balance starts to tip in their favor. The opportunity to introduce their own mobile suit onto the battlefield has finally come. He is accompanied by his fellow trainees, Philip Hughes and Simona Foulis. Together, they have finally received their first sortie mission. Solemnly, Yu enters the disastrous battlefield at Loom. At least he has the chance to use the power he had so longed to get his hands on. He is yet to realize how drastically this mission will alter his fate.
Approaching mission target area, Ensign Yu Kojima, Ensign Philip Hughes, Warrant Officer Simona Foulis, it's an honor. I'm Petty Officer 2nd Class Maureen Kitamura. I'll be joining you as your operator. I think we're all on the same page, but just to make sure, I'll go over the operation one last time. You'll first be transferred via the Medea transport unit. Once above the target location, you'll descend on the enemy base in your mobile suits. There are many teams participating in the mission, so we should have an advantage in numbers. However, the enemy possess their own mobile suits. Their models may be dated, but their pilots are highly capable, with a wealth of experience. Please prioritize the elimination of these enemy mobile suits threatening our objective, and take care not to lower your guard.
This is the real deal. I feel a little nervous.
We haven't come this far just to back out now. Let's show them what we're made of, eh? Do not forget the 11th Independent Mechanized Composite Corps' main purpose is to generate combat data from the mobile suits to bring home. If the situation gets too dangerous, we must pull back.
We'll be fine. Let's do this.
That's the Spirit Summoner.
Now arriving at the target location, Minovsky particle density is at 62. Commencing mobile suit descent. Stay safe out there.
With the concentration of Minovsky particles, we should be safe from any anti-air fire, right?
It ain't like we can count on it forever, though. Come on, let's get this over with.
Stay focused, you two.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Stage 1, Blue Terror.
If we're going to fight mobile suits, we need the strength of mobile suits. To that end, I am no longer powerless. I'll prove so in this battle. I have you now. Enemy taken down.
Proceed to destroy the remaining targets.
Yeah, right. I'll take you down right here.
Better say your prayers.
There's no fleeing.
Yeesh, I knew the gems would perform better than the enemy Zaku's, but my heart still won't stop racing. Can't go dying here, though. I already decided when it's my time, I'll die peacefully in my own bed. Ain't it right, Ensign Yu? Who'd want to die trapped inside these iron coffins?
Definitely.
Bad news! An unidentified mobile suit has appeared on the battlefield. Our allies have suffered significant damages. All units are being called to respond.
That's the last thing I want to hear. Give us a break, will ya?
It's here. But wait, isn't that a gem?
It's so fast.
What's going on? Why is a Federation unit attacking us?
There's no time for questions. We must engage now.
Guess we've got no choice.
Its reflexes are too fast. It's like they're reading my mind. You're finished. Is it over? Did we do it? What's it?
Message from headquarters. You are now required to pursue the unidentified unit. Withdraw as soon as possible.
Not like we could have taken it out in the first place.
Something smells fishy here. Anyway, this ain't the time to be asking questions, right, you? Huh? What's up?
Nothing.
Mission complete. Please reconvene with the Medea at the rendezvous point. Good work, everyone.
A blue-colored mobile suit appears on the battlefield, bathed in the light of the moon. Two mobile suit subdivisions participating in the sortie suffer severe damage, leaving the core guinea pig team to fight alone. The members are hushed in order to cover up the truth, and the losses are instead considered regular casualties of battle. Yu and his allies can do nothing but comply with their instructions, despite their dissatisfaction. Not much time passes before his crew receives their new command at the New Bern base in North America. They will now be piloting a newly made model, the GEM Command. Despite recognizing its improvements, Yu remains generally unimpressed with the new model, unlike his two teammates. A separate feeling wells up inside, accompanying the fear he experienced when engaging that blue mobile suit on the battlefield. Beneath his displeasure lurks a sense of envy. The power he truly desires lies elsewhere. All the while, the guinea pig team has been assigned a new mission, but it demands something rather impossible for the experiment group.
We received a distress signal from the C-88 Medea, a transport unit carrying a number of important materials. They appear to have come under attack, but their whereabouts at present are unknown. All units are to respond immediately.
A signal flare? That means the enemy knows where they are to...
They must be carrying something they really don't want the enemy to steal, right? That Medea.
Has it been destroyed?
No. The enemy units in the vicinity haven't made any movements to suggest said outcome. Instead, we believe the Medea have silenced their transmissions and gone into hiding. Please avoid confrontation with the enemy and search for the Medea at the estimated landing points provided. If you do wind up encountering an enemy unit, you may eliminate them. We must ensure that the Medea remains safe.
What are the materials they're carrying?
Unknown. This information hasn't been disclosed to us.
Good grief, they won't even bother to tell us what we're out to fetch. We're risking our lives out there.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go prepare for the mission.
What do the higher-ups take us for? A bunch of fixers. This is completely out of our league.
Well, as the name of our team suggests, we're king of their guinea pigs. Our missions are supposed to be experiment-oriented. This could be one of their tests.
Exactly. They just throw task after task our way and we hardly get a chance to even breathe. Just when are they going to give us a break?
Are you serious? We're talking about saving the lives of our colleagues here and you're asking for a break. You need to reassess your priorities.
Now that's rich. Little Simona thinks he's a big shot now, huh? We're basically being sent to go digging in the sand.
Okay, enough chit-chat. We could encounter the enemy at any moment. Stay alert.
Speak of the devil.
Are they the ones who attacked the Medea?
That much isn't known. But if we don't take care of them now, we could be putting our comrades in danger.
Whatever the case, we're not letting them go scot-free.
All right, prepare to engage and eliminate the enemy.
Mobile Suit Gundam, Side Story, The Blue Destiny, Stage 2, Xeon Knight.
You're finished.
Secret transmission from the Medea has just come in. I've determined their present location.
They're where?
All right, don't let the enemy near the Medea.
This is bad. Looks like the enemy's figured out where they are as well.
Gah, can we make it in time?
What is that? Is that one of ours?
That, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be the case. We've got a new enemy on our hands.
Why would?
Lieutenant, is this all right? We've no other option. We can't allow the cargo to be destroyed. Absolutely. Then it's time to go destroy those Federation lackeys. Finally, I've finally caught the tail of that traitor Klust. Do you hear me, you Federation scum? I, Nimbus Sturzen, will take you to your graves in the name of exam.
That blue suit, it's out for blood, just like the one from before.
Are you serious? It's just a color man. Enough joking.
Eyes open, here they come. Not half bad.
Oh ho, you fight well for a Federation soldier. You'll pay for what you've done. Gah, fighting on land is proving a heavier burden than I anticipated. My mobile suit can't take much more.
Damn it, that red-shouldered bastard. You may have gotten away this time, but...
It seems he was having some technical issues. If that weren't the case...
Right. His power is of a fundamentally different type. We're no match in our present state.
That seems to have been the last of them.
Unbelievable. What the hell is with that blue mobile suit? The Medea's got to be packing something real juicy for them to come out like this.
Yeah, you're right.
A recovery squad will soon arrive. We'll provide you cover so you can return safely.
Ooh, does that mean we can finally take a break?
It's a miracle we're all still alive. We need more power. We'll never defeat the enemy in our current state. We have to obtain the strength to be able to fight off anything.
Inside the C-88 Medea transporter is the same mobile suit the guinea pig team fought against on the night of their first sortie. RX-79 BD-1 Blue Destiny Unit 1, codename Blue. The mobile suit displays such menacing power. You and his teammates can do little to contain their sense of awe. To further their surprise, the engineering captain and appointed technician for the mobile suit has recommended that you be its pilot. The data collected by the guinea pig team will now solely concern the combative capabilities of Blue. The team is anxious to be tasked with the mobile suit that once decimated their squad. However, Yu is filled with excitement. Finally, the vicious power he had witnessed is now in the palm of his hand. Yu and the Blue Reaper. What will this new combination mean for the crew? They will have to find out themselves as they brave the battlefield once again.
Before I go over the operation procedures, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Alf Camera. I am the designated technician for the Mobile Suit Blue, as well as the chief commander of your team. Although I am your commander, I am first a technician. To that end, I will entrust Lieutenant Kojima to give the orders on the battlefield.
Understood.
The data collected by the 11th Independent Mechanized Composite Corps will now solely concern the combat capabilities of Blue. The top brass has decided the squad name stays the same. Lieutenant Kojima, I want you to utilize Blue's functions with no reserve, but you must return unharmed. The other two of you will provide him assistance to the best of your abilities.
So, we're Blue's bodyguards now. Man, if they weren't treating us like lab rats before, they sure as hell are now.
Ensign, not in front of the commander.
It's fine. You are each welcome to your opinions. I only expect that you dutifully complete your assigned missions.
Speaking of which, your first one concerns Xeon's California base. It's their largest site of operations for their intended military occupation over Earth. The base is to be retaken, but before this can be done, all threats in the surrounding area must be removed for our supporting and main squads to convene.
So, you want us to draw the enemy away before our main fleet arrives?
That is one way to put it. Your role will effectively be to create a diversion. We will participate by occupying their bases situated along the front lines. Our first objective will be to break through their defensive line. From there, we can invade their main base.
Understood. We'll begin preparing to sortie at once.
It's come into view. That must be their frontline base.
There's quite a few bogies. Perfect to test what this mobile suit is capable of.
If you ask me, this is all one big pain in the butt. How are you feeling in that beast of yours?
Ensign, that's Lieutenant to you. Where's your sense of military code?
It's fine, Simona. Nothing's changed about our team. We're all equals here.
Yeah, what's the point in getting all formal with each other now, Simona?
If you say so, Lieutenant.
Yes, I would like that. Philip, I've yet to experience any problems with Blue. It's incredibly sensitive to my inputs, though its movements feel somewhat sluggish.
It's that mountain of armor fixed onto you. Hey, Alf, you said before there's something called an exam system installed in Blue. What in the heck is that thing?
To put it simply, it's a combat support system which helps to draw out the fullest of the mobile suit's ability. That's about all you'd need to concern yourself with.
Just a combat support system? But what I felt before was more like pure bloodlust. Could that have been worked into this system? Regardless, thinking about it won't answer any questions. I have to test it myself. Its power is in my hands.
Enemy unit signals from within the combat area have been cleared. You've completed your mission. Good work.
That's my you. You handle that beast like a pro already.
You think so? Ha ha ha. Still, it seems that in order to access the power we've seen, I'll have to use the exam system.
You? Don't be so power hungry. Go too far, and you'll forget what that power's for.
Ensign, what do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Emergency transmission. Rising heat signatures from beyond the enemy front lines have been detected. They're preparing to launch a number of cruise missiles. They're likely to be targeting our incoming main forces.
What?
We must proceed with the operation and break into the enemy's main base. Find their missile control facility and destroy it.
I knew this wouldn't be a walk in the park. All right, Lieutenant Kojima, you've got my permission to activate exam.
Exam.
The current circumstances leave us no other option. Lieutenant, you must infiltrate the enemy base and activate exam. Use its power to destroy the target.
Roger that.
The rest of you will serve as Blue's backup. Ensure the mission does not fail.
Are you serious? How can you give such a ridiculous command? The lieutenant can't go in solo.
It's our only option.
We don't know the extent of the burden exam imposes on the mobile suit. Mishandle it and you'll lose control within minutes. To that end, a limiter has been installed to force the system to shut down before that threshold is crossed. In other words, you'll only have access to its power for a short amount of time.
I've got a bad feeling about this, you. Be careful in there, all right?
It's okay. This power is precisely for times like this. Blue, show me your true power. Let's see just what this exam system can do.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Stage 3, and its name is Blue.
This power, it's like it completely disregards the person inside. I have to. I need to bring it under control. No doubt about it. In this mess, friendly fire's a real risk. Going solo was the right call.
Is that really the lieutenant?
No human could pull that off.
What the hell is that blue mobile suit? It's just one enemy. What is our garrison doing? I can't believe it. How could one mobile suit take out so many? It's the Grim Reaper. Somebody, stop that Blue Reaper.
Heat signatures have fallen. Operation to prevent missile launch is a success. Philip, Simona, go and follow you.
Guess I was all worked up for nothing. Come on, you. Let's get out of here.
Whew, not yet.
You?
Next target.
You can't.
Whoa there!
Lieutenant, stop this!
What am I? What am I doing?
That was a funny one, yeah? It's over you. The enemies are all gone.
I'm sorry.
You! Hey, you hear me? You okay?
With murderous intent, the barrel of Yu's gun had been pointed at Philip. His senses were completely overcome after activating the exam system, transforming him into something like a war machine. Just before he pulled the trigger, he heard a voice urging him to stop. He awakens to find himself having turned against his allies. His heart sinks with remorse. He had forgotten. His desire for power existed to put a stop to the tragedies occurring before him. Remembering this, he decides to discover what exam truly is. No longer can he consider it a mere mechanical system. He begins to believe its true nature isn't to wreak havoc, and that it has something to do with the voice that stopped him. He turns to his comrades and Alf and presents his concern.
You wish to know more about exam? I already told you, it is a combat support system for the mobile suit, nothing more.
It is something more. I should know. I was the one in there using it. That thing almost made me attack my own comrades. I have the right to know. We have a right to know what it really is.
Well, I suppose you've left me no choice. What we've referred to as exam is a system developed by Xeon corresponding with their research concerning the group of superhuman-like beings known as new types.
Did you just say Xeon?
That is correct. Of the 4 samples created by Professor Morses, the system's creator, he took 3 with him upon defecting to the Federation before they were installed in a mobile suit.
So, that's why the enemy also has access to Exam.
But do you really think we can trust this thing?
Regardless of where or who it came from, we cannot doubt that Exam possesses tremendous power. You can attest to that yourself. You've witnessed it firsthand. It goes without saying, any weapon adopted for military use is a danger in and of itself that must be approached with caution. Why do you think we modified the system with a limiter? Not because we distrust the Professor, no, instead, in order to modify Blue into becoming the perfect weapon, we needed to discern its dangers through continuous trials. Doing so is how we discovered a way to circumvent these dangers, shorten the period of sustained use, and reactivate it after a certain interval of time.
When I activated Exam, it was like I could feel the presence of a separate mind. What was that? Does it have some connection with what you called a new type?
Unfortunately, I cannot say. However, it's become clear that operating Exam causes mental stress to its user. I specialize in mobile suits. Systems, on the other hand, are a thing of individual expertise. I cannot be expected to know all there is to know about Exam. I'm leaving it up to you, Lieutenant, as to when to activate Exam. I will say this. From the standpoint of a researcher in desire of more data, the more frequent its activation, the happier I'll be.
So you're telling me we're basically your test dummies for this thing you've barely got figured out?
What I heard wasn't a hallucination. I guess it'll be up to me to learn the truth behind that voice.
Transmission received from headquarters. The operation to recapture the California base is proceeding as planned. This in consideration, the 11th Mechanized Composite Corps will join the recapture of our Space Force facilities.
I should have known they wouldn't let us off the hook.
Grumbling won't get you anywhere, Ensign.
Well said. Come on, Philip, Simona, let's get to work. Has each unit descended unharmed?
No issues here.
That was a real hailstorm of anti-air fire, am I right? No problems here, though, so long as you don't count my blood pressure.
Let's review the plan of action. Our role is to create an opening for the occupation squad to invade. We'll lead the vanguard and sweep out the enemies in our assigned area. Be careful, you two. The enemy won't go down quietly.
Shh! This plan's no different than any other. Blow up all the baddies, right? We've got this. What's going on, you?
It's Exam. It's trying to activate on its own. This feeling, it's not like before.
A figure has been confirmed approaching the combat area. The response I'm getting, it's the blue mobile suit.
I've finally found it, the Federation's blue mobile suit. You think you have what it takes to wield Exam? Let this battle determine who Exam will recognize as its true champion.
Guys, get back.
What do you mean? We're supposed to be in this together.
No, Simona, let's leave this one to you. Come on. You. Don't let that abomination get the best of you. Remember who you are.
That's just what I intend to do. Okay, Exam, give me your strength. Show me your will.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Stage 4, A Fateful Confrontation.
Away with you, all you violent miscreants.
That voice again? No, wait. It's different this time.
Destroy all enemies of mankind.
Not you! Where is she?
Hate and despair themselves are sources of power.
No, it's not that simple.
What's happening? Is the limiter not functioning? What in the world?
I was wrong to, but now I understand. Power is the desire to protect.
Then, show me, and I'll give you my strength.
Marion, you've finally come forth.
I feel it. That's the pilot who got in my way. Hear me, Exam. Show me the full extent of your power.
I get it, Marion. You're telling me to stop him. All right, you can trust in me. Blue, show me your true power. There's no fleeing? For now, just take out the bogeys in front of you. You're finished.
You impudent. Is that all this mobile suit can do?
Lieutenant, please, you must pull back. Let us take over from here.
You think I'm gonna run in the face of exam?
We cannot lose you, Lieutenant.
Damn it! I will return once repairs are finished on the mobile suit. Hold out until then.
He's retreated? No, this can't be the end. Come on, Blue. I'm gonna need you to hold out just a bit longer.
This fight isn't over until I say it is. I will not lose to a Federation mobile suit. Not ever.
Nimbus!
It's time to finish this. Prepare to meet your end. Federation exam.
Here I come.
Impossible. Is this the difference in our ability?
You're wrong, Nimbus. This is Marion's will.
No, we can't let the Lieutenant die.
No!
Sieg Zeon.
I'm powerless. I'm sorry, Marion. I couldn't do it.
Not true. You did what you told me you would.
Is that so? You know, I figured it out. The way to save you.
You alive?
He's breathing. He's alive, Ensign.
I swear I'm not. I'm not crying. Your mobile suit? It's just as it looks. Doesn't know when to back down, I tell you. The enemy got away, though.
Figures.
They did quite the number on Blue. How are we going to explain this to Captain Camera?
Yeah, you're really in for it now, you.
Sure seems like it. It was your voice that I heard, Marion. I promise. I will save you. This is my new desire, so please, just wait a little longer.
You and Nimbus, both men drawn to the power that is exam meat on the battlefield once again. In the midst of the battle, the consciousness of a mysterious woman, Marion Welch, speaks out to you through exam, bringing him closer to the system's true nature. After hearing her voice, you has come to a revelation. Exam must not be used as a weapon. With the pilots evenly matched, Nimbus flees the battlefield, and you is left with a strong desire to save Marion. But he no longer possesses blue. Believing he has lost the tool which would have aided him in his rescue of Marion, you later hears word that he is to pilot a new mobile suit, the Blue Destiny Unit 3. He realizes his cemented place in the center of the battle over exam.
You've really done it now, Lieutenant Kojima. My precious Blue. Normally you'd be reprimanded for this, but you did manage to obtain valuable combat data from the exam systems. The professor couldn't be happier. Besides, we've got no one to replace you. So you're off the hook for now, but mark my words, there won't be a next time. Got that? Fortunately, 2 exam systems are still operational. With the combat data from Blue, we've managed to install them into the test machines Unit 2 and Unit 3. Unit 2 was completed first. It's already been transported to the professor's lab for final adjustments. Unit 3's been delayed. We plan to head back to the lab after it arrives.
Unit 3? I'm surprised there are still other Blues.
This would be the time for me to complain about not catching a break, but after we bashed up Unit 1, we were practically invisible for a time. Talk about a blessing in disguise. But that's all over now, ain't it you? We're looking at a whole new string of trouble with this on your hands.
Not sure. In fact, I'm quite relieved. I haven't lost exam after all.
Lieutenant, what makes you so attached to that system?
Sorry, it's difficult to explain. But don't worry, I do appreciate the danger the system presents. It's just, I mustn't be made to part with it.
Well, if you're that serious about it, consider me with you till the end. We shouldn't be crossing any burning bridges with this assignment anyway.
This is an emergency transmission. Enemy units have been spotted approaching Newburn. They are expected to arrive any minute. Philip, Simona, prepare to engage.
Come on now, this wasn't part of the plan.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Emergency arrangements to ready the BD-3 are underway. You are to head to the mobile suit while the other 2 are in battle.
You're going to send it in without even giving it a test?
It's all right. We can still do this. I'll be counting on you 2 to hold your ground while I'm in preparation.
Don't expect Blue to be on the field immediately. However, with myself in charge, preparations shouldn't take too long.
We'll buy you all the time you need. Sounds like our friends have arrived. Come on, Simona. We've got work to do.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Stage 5. BD3. Go.
New enemy forces inbound.
Man, oh man, it never ends. Hey, you good to go, you?
Sorry, I kept you both waiting.
While its features are generally unchanged, this model has been upgraded to be used in space. Further, the limiter has been replaced with the latest version. So, don't be afraid to let loose.
Roger, Yukojima, BD3, heading out.
Wait, that's Unit 3?
Yeah, why are they calling it blue when the thing's white as a pearl?
It's a code name. The professor had it painted over. The white is supposed to represent purity. That aside, you, do not, I repeat, do not go and trash this mobile suit, do you understand?
Of course. Besides, I won't have myself separated from exam a second time. Wait for me, Marion. I've been given another chance to come save you. I guess it figures a new model would take some getting used to. Or has the mobile suit not accepted me? Even if that's so, I can sense Marion's presence, just faintly. You're finished? Let's go, Marion. I don't know how to hold back. There's no fleeing.
Phew, is that all of them? You know, I was kind of worried there for a moment.
But with the three of us together, we managed to pull through.
Not bad for having rushed to put the parts together.
We have a solid model on our hands.
Officer Alf, this is urgent. The research lab is under attack. The enemy has stolen BD2. On top of that, Professor Klust-Morsis has been confirmed dead.
Impossible. No, how could this have happened?
You and his team immediately head for the lab under attack, but they arrive to find it already in shambles. It becomes known that Klust Morses was murdered and the Blue Destiny Unit 2 stolen by Nimbus Sturzen. With Exam back in the hands of its other chosen one, Yu presumes another fight to be in store. As they investigate through the wreckage, searching for clues to determine Nimbus's whereabouts, they discover a personal device of the late Professor Klust. They recover its data and find the coordinates of the Principality of Zeon's exam laboratory, together with a string of text that appears to be a password. The Earth Federation Forces leadership suspects the location to be Nimbus's destination. The guinea pig team is given the command to pursue. Yu and his team set off to raid the launch base in Northern Europe to prevent Nimbus's ascent into space. But they are too late. Unit 2 successfully makes it outside the atmosphere. The team does not give up hope and proceeds to chase its enemy to the space colony he is heading for. What is Exam's true nature? Who is the mysterious young woman Marion? Yu and his team may soon learn everything as they make way to the birthplace of Exam.
This is Alf. Infiltration of the research lab was a success.
It was shockingly simple. There wasn't a single obstacle in our way.
The research lab has been closed off ever since the professor defected to the Federation. It seems no one has set foot in here since then. Either way, I'm going to try and collect some data.
I'll be your guard, Alf. Rest assured you're in good hands.
Yu, will you take Blue and patrol the perimeter? If Unit 2 does appear, do your best to lead it outside the colony. I'll entrust Simona to the transport vessel. We can't forget about our ride back home.
I won't let you down. By the way, a ball is capable of something, right?
Keep your head together, Simona. I've yet to detect anything out of the ordinary on this side. I will say this, it's a bit too quiet for comfort, so don't let your guard down, Yu.
Hey, so Yu's the only target of your concern, huh? Not fair, Morleen.
Something's close by. I can feel it.
I've just detected a plurality of heat signatures inside the colony. They're coming from mobile suits.
I don't see Unit 2. Could this be a diversion?
Yu, it's going to take time to finish investigating the facility. Do whatever you can to hold them back.
No problem. I expected them to show. Philip, Simona, I'll leave Alf and the ship to the both of you.
Copy that.
You bet, I've got this covered.
I know he's somewhere around here. When he appears,
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Stage 6, The Truth Behind Exam.
Enemy mobile suits are hiding in the ruins. Alf, pick up the pace.
No luck with the mainframe database. Proceeding to the professor's quarters. All right, a hidden safe. I'll open it with that password. I got the data terminal. Looks like there's nothing else of interest. Heading back.
Guess he's not here.
You can't stay here.
Wait, this can't be. Was this the professor's objective? Is this thing really what constitutes exam's core?
Alf, let's return to the ship for now. I've got a bad feeling. Hurry it up.
Can this really be what constitutes exam's core? Damn it, that bastard never told me any of this. Were I aware of these idiotic intentions of his, I never would have constructed the blue.
What happened, Alf? Talk to me.
Exam is a system designed to mechanically reproduce the capabilities of a new type, so that even an average pilot could wield that same power on the battlefield. However, Professor Morses became a victim of his fear upon witnessing the power of his new type test subject, Marion Welch.
Fear?
That's right. It appears the professor considered new types to be an existential threat to humanity of old. So he created Exam, intending it to be a new type killing machine.
So, Exam is supposed to be a weapon that can only destroy new types? Is that even possible?
Theoretically, a new type's psychomu waves could be read by Exam, and as a result, would trigger its rage. But Exam's specifications couldn't meet the desired standard. The progress of research began to slow to a standstill. Eventually, there was an incident during one of the tests which led to Marion falling unconscious. Simultaneously, 4 exam units she was connected to were then activated. This resulted in her consciousness successfully being drawn into Exam.
I knew it. So, examine Marion.
Do you believe all this crap?
Of course I do. I have to believe it. It's why I must go and face Unit 2.
I'm picking up a reading of a mobile suit. It's Unit 2.
Federation pilot, I've been waiting for you.
Nimbus.
Lieutenant, we've got your back.
No, Simona. If we go, we're just gonna get in Yu's way. Let him take care of this.
Okay, Lieutenant, don't fail us.
You better come back to us in one piece, Yu.
Yes, this will be the battle to free us all from the grip of Exam.
Finally, we can settle this. Who is the true exam champion?
Let's go, Marion. This is the fight where I finally save you.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Stage 7, The Condemned.
Ha! I figured you'd still not have mastered exam.
Master exam? How can you say something like that despite knowing what it truly is?
I will help you in the fight against war.
Was that Marion? No, it's just her memory. Nimbus! Marion never wanted exam to be a tool used for war. Can't you hear her voice?
Her voice. Don't make me laugh. What makes you think I'd believe she speaks to you? Her will and exam are both mine. With exam in the palm of my hands, I will lead Zeon to victory. This is what she desired.
You've been imprisoned by exam. Don't you realize this? Let's go, Marion. I don't know how to hold back. You're finished.
Impossible. How did I not win? It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Char! Marion, I'm sorry. I will have to kill him.
If it will save him, then my hands will join yours too.
Nimbus, I will sever the spell of exam.
You dare speak the name of exam like Sir. Gra.
Is it over?
Yes, it's over. You were able to save him, and you were able to save me.
I finally...
I want to thank you, but there are people waiting.
This brilliance. This is what I wanted. Thank you, Marion.
At last, the battle over exam has come to a close. Yu destroys the last existing exam system. As he does elsewhere, in a colony of Side 6, a young woman who had lain in uninterrupted stasis finally awakens. Marion Welch wakes up in the hidden shelter she was brought to after having been rescued from the research facility by Nimbus. But even after the battle, Yu has not come to know of this truth. time passes, it is now UC0093. The Second Neo-Zeon War has just begun. Shar Aznable has sworn to purge all mankind and attempts to drop the asteroid Axis onto Earth. The Federation forces take a stand to prevent this from occurring. As a result, numerous battles ensue. Among the Earth Federation forces fighting to defend their planet is none other than you. But despite their best efforts, the uninhabited asteroid is sent on a collision course with Earth. Many people have given up hope, but Yu pilots his mobile suit towards Axis and attempts to push it off course. Something has propelled him to take action. What is driving him to make this decision? He himself is left unsure. But he is certain of the strength and courage that were both awakened in him some time ago.
What? Is that a mobile suit from Lundobel on Axis? A mobile suit? What are they trying to pull? Let's confirm this with Captain Bright.
Guess I'm not the only one who doesn't know when to give up. That tragedy. That utter loss of hope. Marion, I need your help. Just one more time.
You're mistaken, you. The source of your power is the hopes and dreams of us all. Just look.
What happened? I don't know, but Axis, it's going off course.
A light shines. Yu isn't sure what its true form is, but it reminds him of something. That long-gone war which toyed with everyone's fate. At the end of it all, he had seen that same light, the light born from within a person's heart.
Yes, I remember this. This is the light of hope.
A blue light reflects off the asteroid while Yu fixes his gaze on what lies ahead. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side Story, The Blue Destiny. Hard Stage 1, Unexpected Engagement 1. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Hard Stage 2. Unexpected Engagement 2. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Hard Stage 3, Unexpected Engagement. 3.
このニムバスシュターゼンが全てを裁いてやる。
Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny, boss battle versus a Freak Custom, normal. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Boss battle versus Efreet Custom, hard. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Boss battle versus Ifrit Custom Expert. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Rare boss battle versus Blue Destiny Unit 1, exam, normal. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story, The Blue Destiny. Rare boss battle versus Blue Destiny Unit 1, exam, hard. Mobile Suit Gundam. Side story. The Blue Destiny. Rare boss battle versus Blue Destiny Unit 1. Exam. Expert.